All right, the Reds, thank you very much for tuning in for our post-match reaction show of Liverpool versus Manchester United, and we have absolutely demolished Ollie's at the wheel, though, innit? So, sounds, happy days. Ollie's at the wheel. Tell me how good does it feel? Is right, Ollie doing a cracking job at Manchester United. Hopefully stays at the football club for the next 5 to 10 years onwards. But Reds around the world, let me know where you watched it, who you watched it with. We witnessed history at Old Trafford. Liverpool's biggest result at Old Trafford in probably about 100 odd years, I think it is, possibly. But Salah, yet again, being the only player in recent years. Obviously, Dirk did get a hat-trick against Manchester United, but that was at Liverpool very long ago. But Salah being the first player in history, well, not the first player in history, but the first player in 100 since 1930 odd, I think, around that time, to get a hat-trick at Old Trafford for Liverpool. But Reds, let me know your thoughts. As Jay said there, Ollie is at the wheel. Liverpool, he basically is a Liverpool legend as well. Jack, bro, what a performance, Mickey. Up the Reds, Jack, LFC, Canate, Henderson, Salah, my main standouts. Reds, this is your show as well as mine anyway. Get your thoughts in, questions you want to ask your Reds. What were you massively impressed with? But we witnessed a fantastic game of football. And I think, as you probably will discuss tonight, Reds, as well. And Connor, if you're watching, make sure you drop in, mate. Hopefully we've got Connor from the Cop Council anyway. But Ibu, Canate, I've seen a lot of disrespect, not from Liverpool fans, but in terms of the social media storm in relation to the pundits going Liverpool are weak inside, seeing Canate come in. Obviously, Fabinho has taken a knock midweek, but fingers crossed he's sound to go next week anyway. But a lot of disrespect to Ibu, 30 odd million. This is why we brought him in. Jurgen Klopp waited a whole couple of years, well, a whole year to get this lad. We've seen him in pre-season being hugely dominant, and he didn't put a foot wrong today. It's absolutely fantastic performance here by him, and obviously the Liverpool backline. And you've probably got a lot of standout performers anyway. But just a quick one to bring up what Ibu Kanate has tweeted as well. As you can see here, Reds, he did tweet this. Obviously, he's a massive fan of anime. And that is Dragon Ball Z. I'm not really in, I don't know a lot of Dragon Ball Z, but Ibu, he's a massive anime fan. But fantastic performance by him. Salah, yet again, that's his 9th or 10th league game. He's hunting down Vardy's record. Fingers crossed he can break that and make Premier League history. There's still, believe it or not, Reds, there's still people out there outside Liverpool that don't rate Mohamed Salah. I don't know what the smoking on that, but continue doing what we've been doing. But Reds, let's get to your comments. Jay, please don't sack Ollie. Fingers crossed, mate, he stays at the football club. Because, yeah, we spoke in our pre-match build-up show, didn't we, Jay, and everyone. There's ways, like Liverpool, there's a certain command in which you play. It was the goal in which Liverpool scored, and you got Paul Pogba. Yes, Pogba, you won the World Cup, but I think me and you and everyone at home could have won the World Cup when we've got Kante. Look at Danny Drinkwater. He was made to look class in that Leicester City side. Pogba is an absolute disgrace. I know he did come on, but you can't be pissing about with the ball at home in the middle of the park when you've got about 5 Liverpool players around you. Pogba's an absolute joke, mate. Massively overrated. I said it before the game with the lineup, Manchester United will be more weaker. Chris, Liverpool massively. You can have 11 Cristiano Ronaldo's up front. You can have the great Wayne Rooney in a United shirt. This United team, as a lot of you have already mentioned tonight, football's about a team, collective, and United have got far too many individual performers out there. They don't play as a team. Liverpool are a well-drilled side anyway. Liverpool, Naby Keita was boss. Hope injury isn't too serious. And yeah, don't get me started on that red card. Disgusting tackle. Fingers crossed Naby is okay. Great intense game. Loved it. Mark, get in, lads. Take that, Sir Alex. Liz, get in. Go on, lads. Let me know your thoughts. Get them in. A fantastic match. If it most definitely was Ronaldo's Ronaldo's was a red card. Mark, I'd agree with that, mate, but I think they're definitely bottled in relation to that. Yeah, outplayed, outclassed. I'm so proud of our team. Stay, get in, mate. Phenomenal performance. Yeah, out in every aspect of today's game, Steve. Yes, you can talk about the brilliance of that inside that Manchester United team, but there was a lot of talk pre-match, as I said, with Canate, the amount of disrespect that was shown to him. Everyone forgets his quality, and he showed that today. And obviously, Jota, the main man, coming into the side. By no means, Mane didn't play badly. But it's the quality in which we've got in this squad. If one negative we can take away from this game, it was only 5-0. And that's us being greedy. But when United go down to 10 men, they sit behind the ball. And quite frankly, they couldn't have got any worse. But we said midweek, didn't we, Reds? We watched that Manchester United game midweek against Atalanta. And Connor, yeah, well, it's what... Get in, lads. Just what are your thoughts?
Mate, I genuinely, right, I think I've sworn more in the last like 20 minutes after the game of celebration. It's just, we said a couple of days ago, didn't we? We said that Liverpool were going to batter, and as you can see, Boo's tweet there, we said that Liverpool were going to batter Manchester United, and
I
we
said
battered
5-1 in Doug's video, and I know I've been a bit wild in my predictions, but this result was.
To be fair, I think both times in Doug's videos you've been right now twice in a row. It's scary. We're gonna have to follow you now for predictions.
Sadly, Mystic McKinder, I'll tell you, we're going to win the league. I know it's 10 games in, 8 games, whatever we're in. But yeah, I've mentioned Canate, mate, and a lot of everyone in the comment section below as well. Keep on getting your comments in, Red. We'll be reading out every single one of them. I spoke about Canate. I mean, you spoke about pre-match him. He had to have a big game, and this is why we bought him. His quality shown throughout. What really impressed you from his performance today, as well as keeping a clean sheet?
Just the reading of the game. I think I think his only appearance was against Palace, wasn't it? At Anfield, which was a nice happy birthday, Wayne Rooney. But it was just the reading of the game. The first 2 minutes, I thought he did struggle, but that's literally it. First 2 minutes of a game where, of course, all the nerves about the game for him. And look, he shut down Lewandowski. He shuts out Ronaldo, taking out Ronaldo of his back pocket.
Yeah, I was going to say, not too bad of a day, is it, mate? I was just mentioning there that the one where Pogba loses the ball in the middle of the park and he's pissing about with it. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people still rate Pogba, but as I said, Kante makes... Me and you could have played midfield in that France team and made it look good when you got N'Golo Kante next to you. But yeah, we spoke about Salah, brilliance yet again. It was that strike where it was great hold-up play. I've forgotten which one because he scored 3, but the one where Bobby's got about 3-4 men round him, great individual shielding from the Brazilian. Then to pass it off to obviously Jota, and then Jota with the intelligence really to relay that ball out wide, and then Salah first time bangs it front post. And it's not an easy thing to do. I know we joke about United being so poor in recent years, but De Gea takes a lot to beat him, and we've scored 5 past him.
Well, to be fair, like De Gea, the only remarkable save I could think he made from the game was Trent's, second half. But apart from that, it was a very quiet. To be fair, I usually, well, I think he would do a better
Steve
job.
Bruce. Well, yeah, we said on Friday, didn't we? Steve Bruce is a better manager than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Mate, I've had enough though of United fans, and this was before the game. Had enough of United fans comparing themselves to this Liverpool side and comparing us being title rivals, really. And it's like they're not. Like Brighton and Brentford are more title challengers than Manchester United. They have no spine in that team. And look, we know about that, like Roy Hodgson days, lad. Like we know that for a big period. But United, they are in the mud, and I absolutely love to see it.
Everyone at home as well. Like, there's defending bad, then there's a fucking shambles. Sorry about my French, but Ollie is coaching them week in, week out. As good as Liverpool today, we toyed with them second half. We had the amazing away fans going, Ollie's at the wheel. Still had like an hour into the game, and and what was it? It was frankly scary, mate. How we mentioned Canate, Van Dijk, and Ronaldo was even on the pitch today. I know we mentioned potentially him possibly should have been sent off, but they won't be tweeting about Ronaldo for a good couple of weeks now, which is good stuff. But let's get to all your comments anyway. Absolutely brilliant game. So proud to be an LFC fan for 50 years. Babara, hope you're having a lovely evening, night, wherever you are in the world, mate. And every single one of you, hope you're having a cracking weekend. Fantastic when the Reds do win, but we did witness a piece of history tonight, Connor, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I think this is the third or second heaviest win I think Liverpool have had at Old Trafford in the history. So yes, it's actually quite funny as well, isn't it? The fact that we tied for about 60 minutes for the whole game. Like,
it was a training game exercise for the last half an hour. And
yeah.
I just imagine if Fergie was in charge of that team, mate. Woof.
Mate, look at him in the stands. Like, he looks so disgusted. Like, it would not surprise me if he goes in.
I've put him on my thumbnail, so okay.
Mate, it was just it's so hilarious as well that it's in their backyard. If this was at Anfield, obviously, it would be, rampant in that. But the fact that we've done it at Old Trafford as well, and it's the fact that, like, Liverpool fans have been saying it for weeks. United, they don't look good, and they are not good. And Gary Neville,
it's all the media hype, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's Gary Neville. Gary Neville again today. Like we were speaking earlier, and Gary Neville, was sugarcoating, Manchester United's, the lack of press and so forth, and saying that things need to be changed, but wasn't specifically pointing out Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And it needs to be done. Like, if this was Jurgen Klopp, if Jurgen Klopp was lost 5-0 today, he would be slaughtered in the media for it.
Yeah, no, it's all the media darlings in the Manchester Media City. Obviously, they run Match of the Day, and they'll probably put us on last tonight. Sky, all the executives that are Man United supporters working for Sky. But it's beautiful, mate. Absolutely beautiful. And I love it. Stephen, yeah, of course. But John, what a great win for the Reds. Lads, keep it up. Love you all. John, have a lovely evening as well. What a cracking day. Gary, Ollie, he should be the mayor of Manchester after that performance, mate. Well, Liz, we've got to win a couple of league titles. We wouldn't go too far, but we will get there eventually.
Maybe at the end of May.
End of May, hopefully. We draw level with them, and then Jurgen signs a new deal to officially knock them off the pitch. Ollie 4-year contract, Ollie for life, yeah. And feel like Ollie, that defending, then there's defending, then there's Man United. Yeah, mate. If you go up Sunday League this weekend, or you've probably seen better Sunday League defending of a back four. Mate, you had Wan-Bissaka. Apparently he can defend, but he's conceded 5 today. Apparently Sven can defend, but yeah, we'll buy into that agenda still, and we'll still continue to see nonsense like that. I think rival fans don't watch football anyway, but yeah, 80 million, 40 odd million on Lindelof, 40 odd million on Bailly, even though he wasn't playing today. But yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm buzzing, Mark. How are you? Absolutely cracking stuff. Oh, absolute legends. Don't get why people want Ollie out. Yeah, Ollie in, mate. All I say, or me and Connor say. We need Chelsea to slip up. Jay, yeah, that's it. We've got to focus on ourselves, haven't we, Connor? Liverpool, we've all got to be professional. And what I loved was, yes, we didn't score a lot of goals in our second half, but we didn't let our heads go. I know there was slight opportunities in that first half, but I think it was due to the severe shock running throughout that Liverpool team. Yes, whatever period in which you do meet this Manchester United Football Club in, I think the players and I think the reporter did that Salah after the game, we are shocked to be 4-0 up in 40 odd minutes at a football Old Trafford. And he said, yeah, but you've got to be responsible really in terms of performance. But any Naby as well, I know he did come off, and as the commenters have already said, hopefully fingers crossed he is okay. But it's not good to see. We know how Naby does get injured when he walks up a set of stairs. So fingers crossed Naby is. But performance on your thoughts on the midfield, mate? I felt we spoke before the game yet again. The midfield was key, and that shown tonight, didn't it?
Yeah, we said, didn't we, that the game would be won or lost whether or not if the midfield turns up. And of course, look, I think all of us was a little bit like, oh, Fabinho's not there. What's going to happen here? But look, that midfield bossed it. Hendo in the 6, brilliant. Naby, I thought was, I think Mo was probably man of the match, obviously getting the hat-trick. But I thought Naby was up there. With performance-wise, that first half, like you know how much I love Naby Keita, but I think he's, for the first time, he's playing games consistently and we all joke about how injury prone he is, and he is injury prone. But for me, I thought he was absolutely fantastic. And James Milner, it was pretty much unfortunate that he got injured as well. Hopefully that's okay. But good to see Curtis Jones just straight into the first half and pretty much took no time at all to get used to the game. But
Hendo as well with his assist with the outside the boot. Beautiful, mate.
Beautiful.
But you're absolutely spot on there, mate. I know you've got a show planned very soon, so I'll quickly round up here. We're ready to keep on getting comments in. We'll read them before we do shoot off. Mo Salah, Spectre said there, scored 14 goals in 10 games this season already. Phenomenal stuff, matey. How about Hendo's assist? As I say in there, Zuki, spot on. 7 yellow cards and 1 red. Was it United there? I think you were triggered, you want to call it a word. Fergie fuming, Kenny giggling, things you absolutely love to see. 2 right fans leaving in the Masters was a good sign. Yeah, Mark, it was scary, mate. I know we battered that one time as a kid growing up, and we do cherish that. The moments, or even Dos Santos. You have to celebrate when Dos Santos scores a goal, mate. He scored 2 in a week against Real Madrid as well. So, yeah, they were leaving at half-time. And I still don't understand how the United fans were clapping when it was beat 4-0. 5-0, sorry. But crazy. Hey, Jack, it was good. You thrashed them. Yes, the West Ham lot as well. You've got a massive result against Spurs, but shout out to you, lads. Yeah, I think all the whole, not just Liverpool fan base, but the whole of the Premier League fan base are all in at the minute. Evening, Jack and Connor. How are you doing, Helen? Hope you have a lovely evening. Slabheads had a stinker today for them. The English Virgil van Dijk, they say. Yeah, well, Ibu and Joel Matip are miles ahead of that £80 million fridge from John Lewis. Probably wouldn't even be John Lewis, really. Nah, Van Dijk's a John Lewis. Pedigree anyway. But yeah, have a great night all. Liz, have a lovely evening tomorrow as well, waking up. I think if you're going to work and that, or whatever you're up to, do message your Manchester United mates. I think you probably won't get a reply until Ollie's in the job to say, but just wind them up. Be respectful on that, most importantly as well. United have Tottenham, then City, and I think next year I'd be massively surprised if Ollie is still in a job in a couple of weeks. But who did he get? It's a massive job.
Zidane, apparently. If you listen to United fans on Twitter,
yeah, I think he needs Zidane in midfield at the minute, mate, because I think he'd still do a better job than half of their midfielders. How are you? I'm absolutely happy. How's you? What a win, guys. Ollie's at the wheel. Get it, John. Ollie's at the wheel. Well, if you want to rewind it, it's just... right. Come on. Liverpool can win the league in the team. Well, I tell you, we will win. We will go strong in January, especially if we are in a great position, Gary. I think we'll have a couple of big shows planned this coming season, especially if we do continue playing like we are. Great, amazing result. Thought it was going to be a tight game. I think a lot of us did, but not me in my prediction. But that's just me being silly. But it's great when it comes to fruition, really. Get in, Reds. 5. Yeah, 5. But yeah, absolutely spot on. But right, Connie, yes, fantastic Liverpool performance. I know you're doing a show very live, so head over to the Cop Council. He will be live in the next 5 minutes. But Connor, get in. Thank you very much for coming on, mate. Reds, everyone for getting involved. Every single one of you at home. Have a lovely evening. We've spoken about a great Liverpool performance. I wish I could speak about them all, but you'd be here all night, really. Ibu, I think, deserved a massive mention at the top of the show. Salah creating history yet again, continuing. You run out of words and superlatives really to describe Mo, but he is probably the greatest player for me in my lifetime. I know we've seen Steven Gerrard and Carragher and Torres and Xabi Alonso's, but and Suarez even. But I think Salah probably he's up there with one of Liverpool's greatest ever players. Yeah, Salah, midfield, fantastic. Naby sadly got injured, but as Connor's alluded to, probably one of the best players on the pitch today. Jota coming in, doing the brilliance yet again. Mane, yeah, right. We'll be here all night. Reds, have a cuppa, have a bevy, whatever. Relax, put match of the day on, and just watch those highlights over and over. Get out, Man United, as an Alberto Moreno used to say. But yeah, Connor, thank you for coming on, mate. Reds around the world, enjoy it, soak it in, as Jamie Carragher was saying, drink it in. Liverpool have absolutely demolished Manchester United. Sadly, only 5, but yeah, 5. I will see you later, Reds. You'll never walk alone. G'day.